They're Tad Hargrave from Marketing for Hippies, and I just want to share a little niching case study that came from my Marketing for Hippies 101 online event that I'm leading. We just finished call 4, and we were talking about hubs and how do you find people to work with. And a woman spoke up. She said, well, I do, what's the word, somatics. And, I'm having a hard time figuring out what hubs would be because I've never had anyone refer to me. The chiropractors, the osteopaths, everyone's just imagines it's all competitive, and so they wouldn't refer. And I said, well, your ideal clients are on island A, they want to be on island B. Your business is like a boat that can take them from one island to another. And if you try to figure out your hubs only from the boat, only from the modality you use, only from the thing that you do, the product you make, you'll figure out a certain amount of hubs. But there are other ways to find hubs, and one of them is this journey from island A to B. So I said, well, the somatics, do you specialize in anything? Well, a lot of people come to me with pain, aches and pains, and I said, well, such as, back pain, knee pain, and, shoulder pain, golfers sometimes. And I said, okay, let's pause. So golfers, right. I said, so what exactly is the pain for them? Well, there's some accumulated, stress or trauma, injury. There's, tension where there shouldn't be, which is, of course, her diagnosis. That kind of language is her understanding of what's happening underneath the hood. I said, but it sounds like the golfers recognize they're in pain when they're golfing, and so they're kind of avoiding golfing, and maybe their game isn't as good as it used to be because of it. And Island B for them would be golfing pain-free or something like this. She said, yeah, exactly. I said, okay, now let's talk about hubs. And you see suddenly the list of hubs that appears. Golf trainers, caddies, the sports supply and equipment store, fitness trainers, lawyers and law firms, men's groups, outdoor groups. There's a ton of things relate to golf that you could go as hubs. I said, and then as a package that you could come up with, so many things. You could have a package of, I said, because she was new she'd been a yoga teacher for years, and she was just getting into this somatic stuff. I said, you could say, look, I'd like to do a beta test. I'm offering 10 spaces in this program for golfers. And what you're going to get is a certain number of sessions with me over 90 days. And also some supplements you're going to take that can help with injury recovery and, elasticity and flexibility in the body. And I'm going to have you on a certain health protocol of, maybe drinking 2 mason jars full of water every morning, plus certain foods you're not going to eat during this time. I'm going to give you some homework and stretches that 10, 15 minutes a day that you have to do, etc. You know what I'm saying? You could put together a whole program, a whole protocol. And if you go to marketingforhippies.com/premium, you'll see a ton of other examples of ideas of things you could include in a package. Anyways, she paused at a certain point. She said, this was worth the whole program. This was worth the whole $200 I spent for this thing, just that idea. And it's true. My gosh, that idea could make her a lot of money. So that's an example of how it can go from vague, well, I just have this boat. I have this modality I do, and I'm trying to build packages and figure out hubs based on that, versus really thinking about who's on Island A, what would Island B be for them, what's this journey, and basing it on that, and how quickly it can happen when the target markets are clear. So there you go. I hope that's helpful, and take care.